Okay, in this quick tutorial I'm just going to show you the basics of keeping score very quickly. I have a lame game with a fish that I can drive around and an apple. I don't know why the fish wants the apple, but go with it. So here's what I'm going to say. The fish has all this code about moving. He does his business. If I were keeping score, I think it's probably easier to do this in the thing that you're trying to catch. So I'm going to go over to this apple, and I'm going to say when the game starts, I want him to is that in events? No, it is right here. I want to wait until, and I want him to wait until, I'm going to go to sensing, and again I'm in the brains of the apple, so I'm going to have him wait until he's touching the fish. He's sitting there, he's waiting when he's touching the fish. What I want him to do is update the score. Problem is I don't have a score. So to make a score, I'm going to have to go to data. I've got to make a variable. I'm going to call it score, and I'm going to make sure every sprite can talk about it. Voila, there it is. Look how gorgeous that is. Now, when, again, I'm in the brain of an apple, the apple's waiting till the fish touches him, he will then make sure you grab the correct block. I don't want to set it to 0, I want to change it, and you could decide how many points each apple is worth. I could say maybe it's basketball, it's worth 2 points. I don't know. I'm going to make it 5 points. Awesome. Now, then, what I would do is, you don't want it to sit there forever and be like, let him keep scoring on it, so you're going to then hide that apple. So when I run this program, the apple's just sitting and waiting, waiting, boom, 5 points. Look how cool that was. Now, that's kind of cool. We need to do a little bit of cleanup. In the fish, I'm going to hop over to the fish. I'm going to say make sure somewhere in your game you want to make sure that when the game starts, the score goes to 0. And that's the set block, not the change block. Changing it by 0 does nothing. I want to set it to be 0 when the game starts. And whoops, let's do this. The apple should probably also say when the game starts, it should show itself. Now, that way I can start again and it's awesome. Now watch this trick. This apple's amazing. He handles the score. He shows himself and hides himself and handles the score. What you could do is right click here and say duplicate. 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 Now all these things are like twin apples. They all have the same code in them. So I could say 5 points. Watch this. 10 points. 15 points. 20 points. Amazing. That's the easiest way to keep score right there. It's all based on a variable, and that gets changed when somebody's touching something.